Hi everyone, welcome to my review of The Meg, directed by Jon Turteltaub from 2018. So yes, we are back once again, ready to discuss another film on the channel. This time round, The Meg. This is a film I saw last night for the first time. I'd never seen this before, and yeah, wanted to just come here and kind of review this film today and share my thoughts on this film, in this video. So there will be, of course, a spoiler warning for this discussion. If you haven't seen this film, I simply recommend seeing it first, and then come back to this video, and we can go from there. We can talk about this from the comments and celebrate cinema as always. So yeah, with what I said, let's discuss my thoughts on this film, and yeah, what a film this is. We'll get straight into it. I had a really good time watching this film, and I was looking forward to this. It's kind of something I just really wanted to see, and thought it'd be a fun film perhaps, and it really was. And I think from start to finish, just got so much charm and kind of comedy, at times to this film. Just the characters, the interactions. Jason Statham, of course, as Jonas, the main protagonist of the film, and someone who does these rescue, kind of missions, of course, and he's the only one to, kind of dived down, a certain depth into the sea, of course, and to actually have lived, as we know, and that's why the crew at one point, they're kind of trying to rescue various characters. Of course, they kind of turn to him for bringing him back and trying to actually save these characters, and it's something that we have this kind of setup at first, obviously, as I say, with these different characters that kind of go down, deep into the ocean, of course, and then they do get stuck there, of course, and it all unfolds from there when Jason Statham is brought back, Jonas, to kind of investigate and to rescue those characters, and from then, we kind of discover around this point, the megalodon, of course, the Meg, and 23 meters long, of course, and this prehistoric shark, and it's just. From then on, it's just so kind of crazy at times, and I just had a really good time with this, and I think the way we have that kind of build up, and then Jason Statham comes into it a bit more again, and I think that was really well done. We kind of get to know some of the characters, and just the kind of tone is set up really nicely here. We have just this kind of wacky tone at times, but something that is very scary as well with the megalodon, and just seeing the Meg kind of swimming around, stalking the characters. It's just really tense, and I think the way the film was made, it's really impressive. You've got some really good editing in this film, and just kind of things coming out of nowhere, and done in a really, kind of impressive way, and effective way. And I think just the way in which as well we have this kind of the first half is mainly, you could say, underwater, and quite, it's in the dark. We've got a lot of underwater sequences, and in the base itself, and a lot of discussions, and then the second half of the film really is kind of like a typical shark film would be, like Jaws, where you're out, kind of in the daylight, and above the ocean or on the ocean, in that sense, and I think that was really cool. We get a variety of kind of visual elements, and I think just the way in which we progress with the narrative as well was really good, and I just really enjoyed a lot of the characters in this film, and just the way from the get-go, the way that the characters are picked off, it's just done in such a campy way that I just had such a great time, with this film in certain areas. And I think Toshi's death is one of the funniest, in the film. It's just kind of, although we have kind of an emotion to it, and something that definitely, is quite sad in its own way, and he writes, of course, the note to his wife, of course, just the way in which it's kind of like this forced sacrifice in the way it's kind of done, and it's just this massive heroic moment, and it's done in such a campy way that does kind of, it made me laugh quite a bit, and I think later in the film as well, we've got some of the other characters just being picked off, and you can kind of tell when this is going to happen, and just kind of a bit, kind of going back to a long shot, and just seeing the character on their own, kind of in the water or kind of around the boat, and just something, of course, going to come out, and of course, yeah, the Meg, for example, at times just coming out of the water and taking away the character, and it's so funny, and I think it's got this fun, kind of wacky nature to it, but it is really investing as well at times. I really like the lore to the film, and just the characters, and the kind of the base, and this team, and how there's quite interesting backstory at times to the characters. Just some of the performances are really good. We've got Bingbing as Shuya, and she is kind of someone who, we have this kind of chemistry, this almost romance between her and Jason Statham's character, of course, and I think as well, Mac, played by Cliff Curtis in the film, he was really fun as well, and I just really enjoyed the kind of chemistry and backstory between the characters, and it really worked very well at times, and just we have a lot of kind of silly moments in the film, but it's something I did get quite invested in, and Rainn Wilson he kind of has this villain turn, which was at first I was thinking what's going on here, and then I kind of realised he's kind of this, it's going to be this villain turn, and that was quite fun, and the way that he kind of he went out of the film was just hilarious, and it's just, yeah, there's some really funny moments when characters just falling into the ocean from boats and all this kind of stuff, and just being picked off, and it's just really so much fun. Even with the villains, kind of putting that in there as well, and that kind of turn there with Rainn Wilson. It's just it was so funny, and I think when we get into the final act as well, we kind of go onto the beach, and there are kind of loads and loads of members of the public here, and it's this epic, all out, kind of insane sequence where we have, of course, the Meg kind of going basically to the shore, and see all these characters, and obviously the team racing to get there to stop the Meg, and for the showdown there, and I thought that was so epic. Even though we have so much going on in the middle of the film, and previously as well, kind of these battles, really, if you will. I think the final act was some of the most epic stuff, and we got that final showdown between Jason Statham and the Meg, and it's just, wow, that is just so much fun there. And I think Jason Statham in this film as protagonist Jonas, he is just great, and I thought it was just so funny to see him, and just interact with different people, and it's kind of this cool, heroic character, but it's kind of got its obviously silly moments as well, and I did enjoy those as well, his chemistry between the family, Shuya and her daughter, and I thought that was really well done actually, and something I did get invested in, kind of this father figure to the daughter there, and I thought that was really well done, and I did enjoy these moments, and I thought it was quite investing as well. Mac, his interactions with Jason Statham's character of Jonas, because it was kind of they're kind of more friends, whereas Hella as a character who he was kind of there was a bit more friction, a bit more tension between him and Jonas, and so I did think there's a lot of interesting character dynamics actually in the film as well, and we have Paige Kennedy as well. His performance was really fun, and I just really enjoyed him in the film, and luckily he did make it out as well, and some of the characters didn't make it through the film, and I was a bit sad at that, but other characters I'm glad made it out, and it was one of those films I just got definitely behind a lot of the characters, and just enjoyed their interactions, and as a survival kind of disaster type film, I just thought it was really fun, and it's definitely really well made at times. I thought the visuals were nice, and the score as well by Harry Gregson Williams, was really, really good at times, and just a really just nice film to watch. It's uplifting, upbeat, and just a fun time, and I think as well, just we have the moments when we have the shark and all this, the Meg, and an even bigger one kind of takes over, and just all of the creatures in this film, and just the way that nature was kind of portrayed in this film was really cool, and just really investing in the lore behind this, and when the true Meg comes into the film, and all this, and it starts to appear a lot more. The effects are definitely really good to this film, and that's something I did notice were really impressive actually. Was the effects to this, and I just thought it was really well done, and the Meg, just the way it's felt, its presence throughout the film, and the way that the characters are kind of trying to take this down, and how we have obviously Rainn Wilson as well, wanting to kind of just make money off of this, and he's kind of got his own motives there, and it's done in such a kind of obviously a trope of the genre, and it's just done in such a fun way though, and it's just really nice film to watch this, and from start to finish really. A couple of patches that aren't as invested in maybe at first to the film, but I think as the film goes on, there's not really a moment where I was uninvested in this, and it was always fun and charming, and I really look forward to seeing the second film as well, the sequel, and that would be cool to do, and I'll talk about that on the channel at some point. But I did enjoy this film for a first time watch. It was just really a pleasing film, and I just thought it was funny, quite hilarious at times. It was investing. I enjoyed the lore to the film, the creature designs, and just the effects throughout, and just the narrative. Although you've got a couple of patches at first, it takes a while to maybe truly get going. Once Jason Statham comes back into it fully after that opening sequence, I think that's when it really picks up again, and from then on, I thought it was just really fun to watch, and it was always something I was enjoying. Just that final moment with the Meg, when Jason Statham has defeated it, and kind of it's all wounded there, and you have all the different kind of normal sharks, the modern sharks, kind of banding together almost to kind of devour this this creature, the Meg. It's just a really cool spin on nature there, the way it's done, and also really funny moment to end the film really with there, and I just really enjoyed the culmination and the way things conclude in the film, and it's something that did leave me wanting a sequel. And I will be watching it very, very soon, and you know, I look forward to, yeah, maybe in the next few weeks, next month, checking that one out and talking about that as well on the channel. That'll be fun, and yeah, just something that did leave me wanting more, but you know, it was something that was satisfying as well for what this film was. The narrative was really engaging, as I say, overall, and just the effects, the music in the film, and just the flow of it, you know, for the most part, you know, I thought was really well done, and just, yeah, some really enjoyable characters, and some really just funny, wacky moments in this film. Really uplifting to see. So yeah, my rating for this film is a 71%. So a solid film for me, you know, quite a high score, and one that I just thought was a fun time, and you know, it had adventure, you know, kind of aspects to it, and just, you know, real nice progression to the narrative, to the locations, and the way in which the Meg is always on the case, and just the way in which we have these themes of nature in the film as well. Quite well done, actually, and it's just really cool to see this film, and you know, the epic moments, the action in the film throughout. Really, it's just so engaging, and also just as a comedy. You know, this is the main thing, as a comedy, and as just a silly kind of over the top, campy, you know, kind of wacky film. This is something that I really enjoyed, and it's something that does, you know, definitely appeal to me personally. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this film. What do you think? It'd be really cool to hear your thoughts in the comments on this film. What's your opinion on this? How did you experience this film? And yeah, just what do you think on this film? And we can discuss this in the comments, of course, today. And obviously, I will be reviewing as well at some point the second film, as I say, within the next month or so. I'll be checking that one out, Meg 2, and I look forward to that. See how, you know, funny that is, and yeah, it'll be really something I do look forward to seeing as well. At least you know, kind of Jason Statham back in that film, and I don't really know, you know, other things about the film. I just really know that Jason Statham obviously is back in the film, and it kind of follows on from this one. So I look forward to that, and yeah, just going unaware and see what I think of that film, and how it compares as well to this film. But yeah, let's discuss this film in the comments today, and celebrate cinema. So yes, as always, take care, and thanks for watching.